Hello, welcome back to GP's Odds and Ends. I'm Jessica. So if you've been watching, you know that I like to do cash stuffing. Let's try that again. Budgeting. Sometimes I do my nails. Today I am here because I need to cash stuff my second July paycheck. So I did a budget breakdown. I did have some changes to this as well. Like I usually will do this. I know what my paycheck information is going to be on the Wednesday before the Friday I'm going to get paid. And I kind of, work out my budget based on that information. But I had a couple of other things kind of come through, so I added that in. Nothing really changed in regards to my normal budget breakdown. I was just kind of adding that money into like what I would do for my holiday and challenges and everything like that. I also kind of decided that the video ends up being super long if I do all of my cash stuffing, so my online binder and my long-term binder during like the initial cash stuffing video. If I add to that like stuffing my holiday binder and then doing some of the challenges that I've been budgeting out for, it just turns into a really long video, and it's really long to kind of edit that as well, and it takes me longer to kind of get it posted. So I'm going to do just my online binder and my long-term binder today. I'm going to do the holiday binder and then the additional like Save Your Age and mystery box that I have been doing in my cash stuffing videos. I'm gonna do that with the holiday binder in a separate video. So hopefully that'll be a little bit easier to edit. I did also get so I shop through Rakuten sometimes. So they send out like a quarterly check to you based on like the cash back that you get. So I did get that recently, and that was about $20.79. And then because I also switched from Verizon to Visible for my cell phone plan, I got a credit from my Verizon bill of $35.60. So that ends up being about $56.39. I don't really care about the change, but the $56 I added in here, so that will go towards savings challenges for July as well. I didn't really feel like I needed to add it in anywhere else. But also, if you want to check out Visible, their cell phone plans are unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month. No extra fees, no extra taxes, no nothing. You can bring your phone from another company. I ported my phone number over from Verizon, and it literally took less than 15 minutes to do all of that. And Verizon was going to be charging me over $100 for the unlimited talk, text, and data plan. So why pay over $100 when I can get the same exact thing with the same exact network, because Visible uses Verizon's network, for $25. So I still had $12 in that envelope, I think. So I'm only adding $13. My July payment for the plan has already gone through, so this is stuffing for August. Besides that, I did also start up Home Chef again. I usually get HelloFresh, which ends up being about $58 a week if I get 2 dinners from them and not any other extras at all. Home Chef, I'll usually pause that while I'm using HelloFresh, and then when I reactivate Home Chef, they'll give me credits for at least like 16 meals or something like that, so it lasts for a few weeks. So normally it ends up being maybe around 50-ish or so, like after the shipping fees and everything, to get 2 dinner kits from them. But I'm getting 2 dinner kits, and I think I don't know if I had an extra or anything on the August 8th week, but it'll only be $36. So I'm gonna switch to them for a little while and take advantage of that discount. I think I have 2 weeks coming up that I'll be doing Hello Fresh, but then I think I'm going to switch over to Home Chef for a while and save a little bit of money, so why not? Summer is always kind of, I don't want to say expensive for me. It's not, there's just a lot more going on because I have my birthday in June, my sister's birthday in July, my mother's birthday in August. Then I have a friend's birthday that comes up in September. There's just like a lot that kind of happens, plus we're outside more. We like to go out and, go to restaurants and, sit outside or go to the wineries because they're all open in the summer. So it's, a little bit more. Now, for the debt, I'm putting $130 aside. It's not going to pay off the card that I selected for this month. Not completely. It'll pay about half from what I'm putting aside here and from my first paycheck, but that's okay. It ended up what I had budgeted for, what I thought my balance was, it ended up being a little bit more when I actually got the bill, so I'm just gonna split it up over into August's paychecks as well. So, and hopefully, maybe if I can pay that off with the first August paycheck, then maybe I can start to focus on something else as well. So we'll see how that goes. And then other than that, I don't really have anything too crazy going on. I did go and pick an envelope for the mystery box instead of kind of leaving it by chance and not, knowing what amount I wanted to put towards that. I did pick an envelope ahead of time, and it'll end up being $12. So when I do my holiday binder and those challenges, I can go over that a little bit more. I just felt like it would be a little bit easier to kind of know ahead of time which envelope I want to stuff. And then if I have extra left over, I can always go back to that. So not a big deal. All right, so on to, I'm going to put this aside so I can look at it if I need to. I am going to start with and I did go and get my Dunkin' Donut run today. This one is the iced turtle latte. It's really, really good. It's not as good as, in my opinion, it's not as good as the butter pecan frozen coffee. That one is just makes my mouth water, but this one is really delicious too. I got this one because they had an offer for $3 off of the amount, so I think this was normally like $5.79, so I got it for about $2 and change instead of that. So I'll take advantage of the offers when I can. So I'm gonna put that over there. I'm kind of undecided if I want to. Yeah, I think I want to keep this over here. So I am going to. Oh, and I also. Let me grab all of my prop money here. So look at this. Okay, so I've been talking about a little bit wanting to like put washi tape on some of my prop bills. So I finally got around to doing it. I didn't do it on like the 50s and lower. Let me know if you think that I should. I use these quite a lot as well, so it would probably be a good idea just to make sure the edges don't kind of like get torn and, and stuff like that. But it's a bit time consuming doing it. So, it took quite a bit of time to even do like the small amount of 100s that I have. So I didn't do anything on my Hands and Bands prop bills, so I probably won't. These are a little bit thicker paper than the like prop money that I got through Amazon. These are a little bit flimsier, so I wanted to add the border on those, and I was kind of playing around with the different styles of washi tape as well. I do have some 1000s here, so these are a little bit, this one came from Gina Renee RN Budgets, It is a little bit thinner paper, so I wanted to do the border. I kind of made it so that the washi tape goes right around kind of the edge that's outlined on the prop bill, but this washi tape was a little bit thicker, so it covers more of the back because it was a thicker tape. So, but I think they're pretty. I think they're really, really pretty. And then for the 100s, I did use let me get my other, this one came from Supernatural Budget, so that's a 1,000 prop bill. And then this one came from Sincerely Roxy Designs. They are both on Etsy. Hands and Bands is on Etsy. Gina Renee RN Budgets is on Etsy as well. So go check them out. But then for these are the 100s that came with the full kit of prop money that I got from Amazon. So I did the border. I used a little bit of a thinner washi tape on this one, so you can see it comes like right to that kind of natural edge, but it also doesn't go too far over on the back. So it's kind of a little bit more uniform front and back, you know, as far as where you're seeing the tape. So I really like them. I think they're really cool to kind of, you know, play with, but it was time consuming doing that, and I don't really have a huge amount here, so, you know, it was like I said, time consuming. But let me know if you think I should do the same to the rest of the bills. I probably won't ever do the Hands and Bands one because I just think that those are really kind of cool looking on their own, and like I said, they're thicker, but let me know what you think. So with that out of the way, let's start with the online bills. And of course I didn't go through here and washi tape any of these, so there might still be some probably 100s in here that I have not gotten to. But for Buffer, this currently has, and let me do sort quick. So we want to make sure that our fingers have the sort quick, so it makes it easier to kind of go through these. And let me maybe zoom out just a hair so you can kind of see everything a little bit better. And I have a pen here for my trackers. Okay, so Buffer currently has 20, 40, 50, 60, and I'm adding 50. So I'm just going to do a $50 bill. So now we are 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, and possibly for July I might, because my sister set up a donation fund on Facebook for her birthday. You know how like you can do that sometimes for your birthday, set up something that people can donate to instead of doing like gifts and things like that. She did do one for animals, so I may contribute some money to that. I need a tracker. I need a new tracker for my storage. Okay, sorry about that. I kind of have to cut some of the edges off of these. I got these on Amazon as well, and they fit in there, but you kind of, like when you're trying to put that and the money and everything, sometimes it's a little tight. So today is the 21st. We are putting 92. We have 92, so 50, 70, 92. So this should be 184, I think. Yeah, 184. So 50, 70, 92 is being added, and this will take care of the storage unit that I rent out, so that's due on the 1st of every month. So that'll come out on August 1st. So we should have 184. So 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 82, 84. Perfect. Okay, so again, we have my cell phone plan, my new cell phone plan now. So that did come out on the 19th. $25 was taken out, leaves me with 12. So 10, 11, 12. And we are adding 13. So that brings us back up to 25. So since it's 25, I'm probably going to just do $25 out of one paycheck and not try to split the $25 between the two paychecks that I get. So I'll probably take it out of my first paycheck that I get for the month, and then I just won't have to worry about it for the next one. It'll come out at the end of the month, and we'll just be good. So we should now have 25. We'll take 13. So 10, 12, 13. So now we have 10, 20, 22, 24, 25. So I'll leave it as those denominations for now, since it was kind of odd amounts, and in the future I'll just do the 20 and the 5. Okay, so I have a couple of credit card payments that have not come out yet, so I still have 96 in here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96. And this is, getting 128. So 50. Okay, so this should be 128. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 120, 125, 127, 128. So that should give us a total of 224. So see how some of these edges are like fraying? That's kind of why I wanted to do the washi tape, but anywho. Alright, so this should be 224. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 15, 20, 22, 23, 24. So 224. Okay. Subscriptions, most of these all come out at the beginning of the month, so we should still have 56 here. So 10, 20, 35, 45, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, and this is getting 58, so we should have 114. Just gonna do that with a higher bill for now and worry about getting change for it later. So we have 55, 57, 58. So now we should have 114. So we have 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 100, 105, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. All right, and HelloFresh currently still has $3 because I made that change. I had previously budgeted for HelloFresh, and so I had extra money, and I had switched one of the weeks over to the Home Chef, and that was at a discount, so that left me with about $3 left over. This one's getting 94 this time, so we should end up with 97 in here. So let's see. Okay, so this should be 94. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 92, 94. Let's add this in. So now we should have 97. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 92, 94, 96, 97. And this laminated tracker came from Supernatural Budgets. She sent it to me as a freebie with an order previously. Shopping currently has nothing. I'm a very, very naughty girl. But it is what it is. And this is only gonna get 20. I don't know what I was thinking when I figured that out. I think I'm really just like, I want to kind of curb myself a little bit from like the online shopping. Here's hoping. So $20 for the next 2 weeks. I mean, I have separate money in my wallet for shopping, but that's when I physically go someplace. My problem is online shopping. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so for my car payment, this is money that I transfer into another bank account. This should currently be about $631. I checked the balance on that account this morning, and it was $631. That account does accrue interest, so if I'm a little bit off, that's probably why, but it should only be by about $1 or $2-ish, if anything at all. Okay, so, and all of these 100 prop bills, with here's one that would need the washi tape, but all of these other prop bills are from Hands and Bands. I really, really love these. All right, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 620, 625, 630, 631, right on the dot. Perfect. And this is going to be getting 125. And I might see if I can do maybe like a bill swap or something. Let me put these in here, because this is getting to be a bigger amount. So now with the 125 added, we should have 756 in this account. The next payment will be coming out on July 30th or 31st, however many days this month has. And then that'll be about 250. So 250 will get deducted, but this should be 756 right now. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 740, 745, 750, 755, and 56. So I want to swap some of these bills. I'm going to swap this one for one of the Hands and Bands 100s because I like those better. They're a little bit thicker. They're just nicer to handle and everything. So, okay, so there's the 100. So we've got, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 100. Let me do another 100. Because it's just easier to count than these 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100. And I'm always running out of 20s. So why not? So we have another Hands and Bands, and then that should be easier to count. Okay, so let me just double check because we want to make sure we're correct here. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750, 755, 756. Look how much easier that was than all those 20s. Perfect. Okay. Now, for gas, I did transfer money into my savings account. I kind of keep it in my local bank savings account until I kind of need to use this. I don't really have much in here right now. So we have $8 because I used I did have to get gas for my car, but I did also send some money to my sister for some of the trips that we've been taking because we were using her car. But this is going to get 20 today. So this should have 28. Just going to do that with a 20. So 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. Easy peasy. And I have been working overtime again, so when my check is a little bit bigger, I can always add more in the future. My Dunkin' Donuts fund, that was also reloaded recently, so I only have $3 in here currently. This is also getting a 20. So we now have 20, 22, 23. And I don't have a tracker in there. It's usually a smaller amount. So this one I have labeled as DoorDash, but I'll also use it for takeout. This currently has 10, 20, 31. This is also getting a 20. So now we are at 20, 30, 40. Excuse me, so sorry. 20, 30, 40, 51. So that should hold me over for a while. We like to go out to eat, but sometimes, you just don't want to cook. Alright, so I am done with the online binder. I'm going to switch over to the real cash. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all away, and then I'll bring out the real cash money that I pulled out from the bank for my long-term, my wallet, and then the holiday binder and savings challenges and all that fun stuff. So I will be right back. All right, so I have my cash breakdown slip. So this is the slip that I hand to the bank teller when I go to pull out the money. I did purchase this on Etsy from Sincerely Roxy Designs. I really love her shop, and I love how pretty this is. So I pulled out $910. So that is what I should have in this little bank bag. This came from Supernatural Budgets. She's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Etsy. Go check her out. And let me put that aside. Okay, so this should be 910. So let's see if we can count this without a... Ooh, and these are all sorts of all over the place. Without a calculator. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, and then, all right, 450, 20, 40, 60, 80, 550, 20, 40, 60, 80, 650, 20, 40, 60, 80, 750, 760, 770, 780, 790, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 800, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, perfect, 910. Sometimes counting the 20s in that way screws me up a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and sort these out. Also, the reason that it's 910 as well is also because I had to pull an extra 150 out because my mother and my sister needed a total of $150 cash, and they transferred the money into my bank account. So it was just kind of like they asked me, like they paid me that electronically so that I could give them the money cash instead of them having to go to the bank, since it was like off hours and things like that, if any of that makes sense. So 150 of this is an IOU for one of my long-term envelopes. So I'm gonna go ahead and sort through this. I'm also gonna look for the J-Bucks for the donation that I like to do each month. For July, the organization is going to be for a July is Fragile X awareness. I'll run a clip on the side here if you want to check out what that is for. But I'm gonna go ahead and sort through this and make sure everything is all facing the right way and look for the J-Bucks. Okay, so only one denomination this time that has the J, but I'm quite happy that it's a $20 bill this time. I think last time I had just a 5, so that's at least $25. And I'm gonna just sit this right in the back here so that I'll pull from the front for anything that I put into my long-term binder. But some of these bills are really like awful looking this time around. Actually, before I get into my long-term binder, let's go ahead and do my wallet first. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for other wallets. I mean, I don't really have anything showing here. I mean, I like this wallet, but the credit card slots are like really super tight, and I kind of have too much. There's like not enough in there, and I kind of feel like this is a little bit tight as well. I've been trying to look for something that maybe has like the binder rings inside the wallet, so that I could actually get like the envelopes that, you know, would just go into the binder rings. But I haven't really found anything that I like. So if you have any like links or suggestions for nice wallets, comment down below for me. Something that would be a little bit easier for the cash envelope system than just like your standard wallet. Okay, so dining out currently has, and I'm not putting a whole lot, I'm only putting about 110 total into my wallet this time. But dining currently has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 still. So haven't really used a whole lot of money going out lately, so we now have 120, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. Grocery currently has 20, 45, 50, and this is getting 50. So I believe from my cash breakdown slip, I was doing that with a $50 bill. Yep, so that's where my 50 is going. And actually, since I have some 5s in here, I'm gonna pull out this really mangled one and put that in my wallet so I can get rid of it. Because that looks terrible. Look at that. Who does that to money? Seriously. Okay, so 50, 70, 95, 100. We do need to make a trip to Costco as well, so I'll contribute some of this money to that, so I probably won't have very much in this envelope when I have to stuff it again. Ugh, God, I cannot wait to get rid of that 5. Ugh. Anywho, alright, so shopping. Now we do currently have a Kohl's gift card in here, so I'm not putting a whole lot into shopping. Actually, I'm not putting anything into shopping because I currently have the Kohl's gift card plus 20, 40, 60, 75. And like I said, I don't really do a whole lot of like out in the world kind of shopping. It ends up being more online, which is bad, but I'm just gonna, I didn't budget anything for this time around. Entertainment only has 20, so this is getting 20, and we are at 40. And then beauty, I think we're supposed to be getting pedicures soon. This currently has 20, 35, and we are getting 20, so 20. Ugh, look at this, is all ripped. Alright, I'm glad that's going into the wallet. 20, 40, 55, so that should be enough for the pedicure with tip. I don't really get anything like super fancy. And I do my own regular nails, so I don't need to spend money there. Alright, so we'll go back into the wallet. I don't have any like spare change or anything, so nothing going into my coin jar this time. Okay, so now we can do the long-term binder. Okay, so want to change as far as like my taxes and my annual payments. I'm going back to just doing like 5% of my paycheck for taxes. I did recently use this money, if you've been watching my videos, for my car tax bill. That was about $494, so that was quite a hit. I did have the money in this envelope. I had 505, which is why we have 11 left over. Excuse me. But I'm going to add the 5%. So normally I'll take out 5% of my take-home pay for specifically for taxes. So really what I want this envelope for is to aid if I it's additional money if I end up having to pay for my federal taxes at the end of each year, or my income, like my Connecticut state taxes, because we have to file Connecticut state taxes as well. So that's what I really want this money for. I'm hoping that in the future I get a refund instead of having to pay. I did change my withholding a little bit, so hopefully I won't have to pay. But let me, before I put this back in the envelope, it would be helpful if I actually put the money in there. Okay, so this is getting 67 today, so that's 5% of the 1,344 that I took home from this paycheck. So 50, 65, 66, 67. Let's add this in, and this should now be 78. So 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78. So I was going to up the amount that I was putting aside each paycheck for this, but my car taxes are only due once a year, so I switched that into annual payments. So previously I was just doing about 33, I think, dollars per paycheck for all of my annual payments, but I decided to add car tax. Since it was $494, I did bump it up to $550 just to give a little bit of a buffer in case anything, like the rates or anything, change. I have a little bit of extra money, but I'll be putting $53 into annual payments going forward instead of the $33. I just kind of feel like this is a better envelope to have it in versus the taxes. I don't know, it just makes more sense in my brain, since it technically is an annual payment. I mean, I know it's for the taxes on my car, but I kind of want the taxes to be for like the federal yearly, if that makes sense. So this is getting 53 instead of the 33. So this should now have 374. Okay, so that's 50, 1, 2, and 3. So now we should have 374. And there was 321. I'm sorry I didn't count that ahead of time, but we have 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 371, 372, 373, 374. So that did work out to be correct. And I shouldn't have to pay like the car tax again until it would be due next August. So I should have plenty of time to get that amount before next year. Car insurance, I always want to make sure that I am filling this. This is still getting the $30. So this currently has 243, so 100, 200, 220, 240, 241, 2 and 3. This is getting 30. So 20 and 30. So now we should be at 273. So 100, 220, 240, 260, 270, 1, 2, and 3. 273. Perfect. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273. 273 I'll have to check this again soon and see how much it would take to fully fund this. I think it's a little over $400 for the 6 months total. Car maintenance is not getting anything. We have $210 in there currently. It's not an envelope that I use very often, so I've kind of capped it for the time being at the $210. Maybe at some point when I finish a challenge or have some extra money from like overtime and things like that, I'll add to it, but I'm just kind of not adding to it with my normal paychecks currently. Emergency and savings are both going to get $20. Okay, and this placeholder, I have one in emergency and one in savings, but this is designating money that is in my bank account so that I don't have to have the money here in the envelopes or in the house. So we have $500 in the bank and then another $100 here. We are adding 20, so we will be at $620. So $500, $600, and $20. Same exact situation for savings. So this is also in a bank account. This one's actually in a high yield savings account, so you earn more interest on the amount that you have in the bank. So that currently has, I think it's a little over $500 in that bank account, but I'm not going to worry about the extras. We have $100 and then I'm adding 20, so this is also $620. Okay, medical. So in some of my previous videos I was talking about how my eye doctor felt like there was something abnormal in regards to like the back of my eye, my optic nerve and everything. So he sent me to a specialist. So this type of specialist that I saw, I did go to that appointment last Friday. She was an ophthalmologist, so somebody that is specific to the eyes and neurological issues. They weren't kidding when they said that I was going to be in the office for at least like 3 hours. I was legit there for 3 hours. So it was all sorts of testing. They dilated my eyes, were taking pictures of my eyes. It was just crazy, going from like one waiting room to another, to an office, to a it was just crazy. But after all of that was said and done, she said that the back of my eye, or where my optic nerve is not normal, but it's not, there's not really anything wrong either. So because I'm nearsighted, like I cannot see, if I didn't have contacts in right now, like everything from here forward would be just blurry. So I need to wear contacts all day, every day, or glasses. I prefer contacts. And there's just, unless I were to get laser eye surgery or something like that, I have to wear contacts to be able to see. So basically what she said was that where my optic nerve meets the back of my eye, it's kind of tilted, so that's a little bit abnormal, but she said that's also normal for people that are nearsighted. So there's nothing to worry about there. And also she said that my optic nerve is kind of like where it meets my eye is kind of small and looks like crowded, is what she said. But she also said that that's normal for nearsightedness. So she said there's basically, I shouldn't have to go and see her again or, go back for any reason. I think my eye doctor was just being overly cautious, which is not a bad thing. I'd rather know about something abnormal ahead of time, or, before it gets to the point where it's something that can't be remedied. So I'm happy to know that, my eyes are good. normal, besides not being able to see distances, without my contacts or glasses, but it's just a relief. I still get headaches all the time, so she didn't really have an answer for that, but it's not due to my eyes. So this currently has 115. I'm going to be adding 20, so this should be 115. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 115. We're adding 20, so this should now have 135. 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 130, 135. Perfect. And I don't really know what's going on in regards to the headaches. I typically will get them 1 to 2 every month, and it seems to kind of correspond with like the hormonal changes when it's that time of the month for, us women. So I think that's typically when I get the migraines, but as far as like additional headaches, I'm not really sure what is triggering those. So, I don't know. Alright, so vacation currently has 120. We are going to be doing a little getaway, like an overnight getaway, similar to what I did for my birthday. When I went to Rhode Island, we just did an overnight stay out in Rhode Island. We're not going to be leaving Connecticut, but for my sister's birthday, we're going to see a concert, and we're just going to be staying out in that area. Since it's a little bit further away from where we live, we'll be staying in that area overnight, and then we'll be hitting up some wineries, I think, on the way and the way back. So this currently had 120. I'm adding 20. I think I already added the 20, so this should now... No, I'm adding 30. No, I didn't add that yet, I don't think. So this should currently have 120. Let's double check. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Okay, so this is getting 30. I think I did add the 20. I'm supposed to add another 10. Because this is getting 30, so this should have 150. It has 140, so I just didn't grab the 10. Because I'm talking too much. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150. Alrighty. And I did... I'm sorry, I'm really chit-chatty today. I did order more labels from Supernatural Budgets. She made this vacation as well as the winery label for me. So in order to kind of have everything a little bit more uniform, my sister got me an Etsy gift card for my birthday, so I did use that to get labels so that the rest of these envelopes all have the vinyl from Supernatural Budgets. I gave her... Christine from Supernatural Budgets, I gave her kind of creative freedom to design it any way she wants, use whatever colors, whatever fonts she wants for the like the wording, but I just, I told her what I wanted each envelope to say. So, this one would still be taxes, this one would still be annual payments, and so on. But I can't wait to get those labels and see what they look like, and then add them to these envelopes. So I'm excited for that, and I think it's a little bit easier to kind of look at too, because I've got the trackers in there when I want to go through this and add anything up. I feel like it's a little bit easier to look at with the label, so I may eventually do the same thing with my long term. Okay, so my mom is getting 50, and I am doing that with a $50 bill. But I also in here have, so she's getting her normal 100 no matter what. So we currently have 20, 40, 50, and then the 50, so she has 100. But I'm also going to give her the opportunity to get a little bit more. So I'm going to have her come up and scratch this off to see what amount we're going to add for her. Since I'll just pull that, that'll just be a little bit less money that goes towards the challenges, but I'm fine with that. So let me go grab my mom and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my mom here. So there's just 2 scratch-offs to pick from, but you can pick whichever one you want. Scratch that off, and then we add that to your money. What are you doing? Are you doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Okay.
I can't with you.
$5.
Okay, big money. Perfect. All right. We'll do it again next time.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
She's too funny. All right, so she's getting an extra $5. So now 50, 70, 90, 105. She did eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She's funny. Okay, so I don't have anything going into school loans. I know I keep saying that I should start filling this with some money. I believe the payments would be starting up in October. I'm kind of waiting though to see what the payments are going to be. I was looking at my lender information, and because everything that Biden was trying to do as far as the loan forgiveness, since that didn't go through, I did get some messages that they were coming out with a new payment plan that was supposed to be more affordable than the current plan, or the current repayment plans that they have. So I went on there and it was kind of saying that if you were currently set up with the repay payment plans, that's REPAYE, then whatever that amount was when the payments start up again, you would automatically be enrolled or transitioned into the SAVE repayment plan, which is supposed to, currently when I look at it, it says that my monthly payment would be $167, and I think it's based off of what your annual income is, but it's supposed to reduce what you're paying back each month. So I'm hoping, of course, that it's going to end up being less than the $167, and I kind of want to get some of my credit card debt a little bit more out of the way as well before I kind of start trying to add money into this. So I'm going to try to hit it hard until October. All right, so for my current debt payment, we have the $100 from my last paycheck. I'll talk about this in a moment, but I am putting aside an additional $130 to go towards this month's credit card that I'm hoping to pay down or pay off. So we currently have 100, 200, 220, 230. So I think that's about half of what the current amount is for the card that I want to pay off. So I'll have that card paid off next month. This is actually for my Amazon card. So for my mother and my sister, I did purchase a bunch of their birthday gifts during the Prime Day deals on July 11th and 12th. So for the items that I got for them, that ended up being about $188. So I pulled this money from my gifts envelope to pay off the Amazon card and the gifts that I got for them. So because they were gifts, I got a few things for myself, don't get me wrong. It was Prime Day deals. My mom and I got a soda stream maker because we drink seltzer all the time. If I don't have a coffee, it's seltzer that I'm drinking. So we're always going through like so much of it. It was kind of like, why don't we try the Soda Stream and see if that cuts down on what we have to buy? Because we literally downstairs will have like 30 to 40 1-liter bottles of seltzer just on standby. That's like how much we go through it. But anyways, this should be 188, so 100, 150, 170, 180, 185, 86, 87, 88. So this is the money from gifts that will be going towards paying off the Amazon card, since that's where I purchased their gifts from. I used the card because I also got, like, with the Amazon card, I get an extra 5% off, and then during the Prime Day deals, they actually had, it was up to 7% cash back. So, there's a little bit of a benefit there to using the Amazon card versus anything else. And even if I used my regular bank account, I would still pull the money from the gifts envelope to put it into the bank. So it's not a huge difference there. All right, so, I think I forgot about the 150. Did I pull that from, I think from car maintenance? I didn't go into that envelope, so that's why I didn't. Yep, I owe you 150 from the money that I gave to my mother and my sister, so yes, we need the 150 back in this envelope. So now we should be at the 210. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 210. Perfect. Okay, so that is the IOU taken care of. I saw the $100 bill sitting there and I was like, why? So now I can throw the IOU away and we are done with long term. So let me see how much money we have left. I think if I add this, or what we have here, this should be $200 minus the 5, so 195, since I put the extra 5 into my mom's binder that she just did the scratch off for. So hopefully this is 195-ish. If not, I don't know. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 200, right? Okay, wait a minute. 105, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Oh, I didn't do wineries, did I? I don't think I did wineries. That was supposed to get 30. I think I ended up skipping right over it because I don't know. Let me see. I don't think I did wineries. I did vacation. No, I don't think I did this one at all. I'll double check when I'm looking. No, yeah, I didn't do this one. So this one currently has 50, 20, 40, 50. And this is getting 30. So that's where that extra money's missing. Okay, so this should now have what? 20, 40, 60, 75. Perfect. Okay, that's where that was. I skipped this one completely because I got so excited talking about the labels, I think. The new labels that I'm waiting to get. So now we should be at 195-ish. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200. All right, so not sure. I mean, I would think it would be $5 less because I put the extra $5 into my mom's binder, but I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. It is what it is. So we have 200 that is going towards savings challenges. I also have money still from This is partial from my last July paycheck and my first July paycheck and my last June paycheck. So all of this, I'll use some of this first for my holiday binder, save the age in the mystery box, and then I'll get into challenges. So for the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down below for me. And until next time, bye for now.